right, kids, all you scale heads, got some of this stuff, and I'm putting it on a set of 412 skids, and I'm going to show you how I'm fucking it up. So this is anti-skid, anti-slip stuff to put on. Well, they say, you know, for tanks and trucks. Well, it works great for skids. So let me show you what I'm doing. All right. So first I started out with a regular sponge, got it on there, and there is what it looks like with the sponge stuff. You know, it's kind of thick. It's not real. Yeah, we're wanting it small is what we're wanting. But I was doing it on there, and it's just, it's going to need a couple coats. You're going to need multiple coats on this as it is. This is some regular old do-nothing foam that is dirty. It's got dog hair on it. It's got some dirt in it. But you know what? That's going to add to the scale effect. But the cells are really small. So find something that's got a really tight thing on there, and we're gonna see how this goes on. I've got this part on. This is like the first coat, and we're gonna flip it over to the other side and see if I can't screw that up. And I got all my stuff over here. So I lightly scuffed it. This is powder coated. So I lightly scuffed it, and this isn't black. It is a very, 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 very dark brown. And all I'm doing is you got to tape it off where you want it to go and where you don't want it to go. And I'm just dabbing it on. And right now I'm just kind of getting it roughly on so that I can get it. And so there's the other side of this thing. Let's see if I can get it here in the... There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm just dabbing it on, trying to stay in the lines. So what I'm going to try to do is I don't weather hardly at all. And I really want to get into showing you how we do some simple weathering. There is a single coat, and it needs a little bit up here. So I haven't even gotten any more stuff on here, but I'm just dabbing it on. If I keep it straight up and down, it kind of gives me the edge that I'm looking for. It's kind of rough. It's kind of not perfect. It's not taped off like this part is. So I'm trying this out. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to be great, but I'm trying it out. So I'm dabbing it, and hopefully I don't get it anywhere it's not supposed to be dabbed. And then what I'll do, I'll go back through and I will do another coat. There is a first coat. I got to finish putting it on. Oh, fuck, did I get it everywhere? No, I didn't. How I'm doing this, I got my AMA magazine that you guys all get every month. They work great for a palette, so you can load that brush, that sponge up with stuff, and you're gonna get it all over your fingers. But I wanted to try this. I've done it before. I think I did it on my 412 and a couple other things, because I was using actual grip tape. And if any of you have had my skids, you know that the grip tape doesn't always stay on, because this tubing is such a tight curve that it will end up doing weird things. So I was gonna start this thing of doing some detailing and some weathering, and I thought, what the hell, let's start with the thing I do, the skids. I mean, you can slather this stuff on really thick, But like paint, you know, you get some weird things going on. So let this dry for, 15, 20 minutes, and we'll see how it goes. I just got to do that a little bit, and then we'll see how this looks. I've done it before, once, but these are actually clients' landing gear, and I didn't want to put the tape on there. The tape always comes off. It looks like shit. I want something a little bit better. So we're gonna do the anti-skid from MIG, and I know Tyler Gray Models still has some of this left over. So go to tylergraymodels.com and get your MIG anti-skid serum stuff, goop, whatever you want to call it. Get a little sponge and go dab your stuff on. All right, get out there and build something. Okay, so it's been like 5 minutes and the stuff is dry to the touch. So we're gonna go down in here and we're gonna put on another layer onto this one. I've already done that side and it looks real good. So you don't have to wait long. And as long as this is, all I had to do was just do one side and then go and do the other side. And then by that time, the first side was already dry enough to put on another layer of stuff. So we are just gonna go in here and we're doing our little dabbing action on here. And as you see, I put a glove on because you get shit everywhere. I used 1/8 inch vinyl painter's tape because it bends on this part right here and does a really good job. But you definitely need some extra stuff because I'm having to be really careful as to where I'm putting this damn thing on here so I don't get it past the tape. I got a little blob of stuff here, and all I'm doing is just putting it on, so I haven't used, well, it doesn't seem like I've used very much, but it probably is more than I think. Definitely a 2-coat, maybe even a 3-coat if it's still pretty thin, but it seems like it's working really good for that second coat. You don't want to swab it. You want to, this is a dabber to get the texture of the anti-skid on there. You just dab the texture you want. I mean, maybe you want streaks in your stuff. I don't know. I want it to be textured like actual anti-skid, and the dabbing is what does it. My tape line, I got to be pretty damn careful because I was lazy and didn't want to put more tape on there. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking my finger right there at the edge of it and actually using that to get really close. I want it to be on the tape, but not past it. We want it there, but then we don't want it there. And then the edge that will be right there, and I'll take a close up. It's a little rough. I got shit all over me. It looks pretty nice. There you can see the texture on it. So, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the texture. So, we'll let that dry a few more minutes, and we'll see if we need to do another coat. All right, let's give you a good close-up on this so you can see the texture. And that's the kind of the side I was going with. Let me scoot this into the light so you can kind of see a little bit better. I didn't want a perfect edge on there. On the full scale, sometimes they're a little rough. But there is the edge on the tape, And you can really see the nice texture on there. It's not real big texture. It's a whole lot less than the grip tape that I was using. But yeah, that's not too shabby at all. I like it. And you can see where some of the tape didn't quite go in there, but it kind of picks off really easily. I'm just hoping that the rest of it doesn't pick off. Let me look at my customer lists. Joe Wilson! Yeah, I'm working on your shit. So, Joe, your stuff is almost done, and I will get it boxed up and shipped out to you soon, within a couple days. All right, get out and build something. All right, so I got another one here that I need to do and get done. And that one's for, Jared Kennedy. I'm working on getting your shit finished. But anyway, we're gonna do time lapse and see how this all works with tape and all that crap, because it takes too long to videotape that shit. So we'll just do a time lapse. So, you got the final coat, and I found out that if you make a thin slice out of this stuff and have a long rectangle, but it's not very wide, and it's about something like that, you know, just a little square piece, it works really good for dabbing and not getting in all these places like over here and anything like that. But it's real nice for dabbing and getting this right texture. You know, you want this would be more than scale as far as the texture goes. That this is just, it's really textury. But it worked out really good being able to apply the stuff on there. So, you know, it did good. It did good. So if you guys are looking for anti-skid without doing the grip tape, which is really thick, and I think I have some up here. Where is my? Here's a little something. Okay, this gives you a good comparison. This is a step, not for this particular helicopter, but it is, and you can see the difference in the texture. And it's by this it looks really close, but this is really a lot rougher than what the dabbed on anti-skid actually looks like. But that's really close. But this stuff will roll up because I got to bend it around here and try to shape it, and it fails. Is what it does. It comes off. The corners all lift up, and this one whole edge will lift up, and so I've been going to do, you know, this anti-skid stuff, which this texture is a lot rougher than what that is, but it's still pretty close. So there is my demo for the MIG Anti Slip stuff, and there is there's bigger containers of this stuff, and I should have taken it from Tyler because he kind of threw it at us and said, "Hey, you know what this is?" And I said, "Yeah, I know what it is." So there you go. And I would say, this was some foam that I got from Fred Meyer for camping or something like that. And it's actually still a little bit big on the texture that it leaves. So it takes some playing with to get it to go in there and get the texture that you'll be looking for. But we'll go in there. Hey, Momo. Hey, Momo. My dog. It's a good dog, huh? It's a good dog. So anyway, that's what I did tonight. So hopefully I'll get these all done. I can get them wrapped up and I can get them shipped out to Joe Wilson and Jared Kennedy. There we go. All right. Hey, I got out and I built something.